entire United States Senate. May very well come down to this race. In fact, I'm running as if it will. Composition of the United States Supreme Court will come down to this race. It's tied 4-4 between conservative justices and liberal justices. Your most fundamental rights and freedoms could come down to this race. You know, we don't get a redo in this election. These Supreme Court precedents exist sometimes for 200 years. You value your religious liberty, your speech, your gun rights, your property rights. You want the federal government to respect the prerogatives of the states. This is it. No pressure, right? Well, you know why I'm seeking this seat. Jenny and I, we got 4 young kids, Abby, Ava, Anna, and Tucker. 10, 9, and then the twins are 6. Jenny and I, we want for those 4 kids what every Hoosier wants. I think what every American wants, and it's not real ideological. It's a quality education that turns into a good paying job that ultimately leads to a meaningful career. It'd be nice to have access to affordable health care along the way. Those basic things. As I go around, that's what most Democrats had their chance. They had their chance with their big government, big spending agenda, and what are we left with? We're left with debt, doubt, and despair. We're left with a rudderless foreign policy. We're less safe, less secure. Clearly, this is a change election. I have enough of an ego to think that I can implement change. So that's one reason I'm running. The next reason I'm running is because of the time I spent in the military. First at the Naval Academy and then as an intelligence officer in the Marine Corps. You know, you don't have to spend time in the military to understand this, but I think you're especially sensitive to the fact that the world is a very dangerous place. As someone who's worn the uniform, it only becomes more dangerous if we disengage from the world. Economically, diplomatically, and yes, even militarily. I'm a student of history, and I know that throughout history, only strong nations can consistently form alliances and deter aggression, and when necessary, win wars. And the lead from behind foreign policy of the Obama-Clinton era has made us less safe and less secure. With this, my dad would tell me every day growing up, basic kind of precept. He'd say, if I dream really big, if I work real hard, good things will happen in life. Pretty simple, right? It's kind of like a kid's version of the American dream. And I believed it, because my dad told me that so much, and you know what? I still believe it. And Jenny and I, we want our 4 kids to believe it. Any measure of success I've had in life, it's because of my faith in the future, my belief that if I work hard, and set my sights high, it's because my dad instilled that in my gut. Well, you know what? It doesn't just apply to the individual. It applies to groups of like-minded individuals. If we dream big over the next 17 days over what we can accomplish in this election, if together we work really hard, there is no doubt in my mind that good things will happen for this country. So I thank all of you for having me.